Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick, and hopefully you can see the sunset that's happening behind me. I'm in St. Charles. I don't remember the name of this forest preserve, but it's just about a 3-miler. If you don't go out to your forest preserves, you should check it out. If it's your first time, don't go alone, and don't go when it's dusk, because they'll probably close down. Now, if you don't hike or don't run, that's okay, but the reason I'm broadcasting today, it's a Sunday, I want everybody to start getting ready for the Dr. Rick 2022 hiking excursion. So for those of you who follow me on my Facebook group or on Herbal 411, I run annual hiking excursions. And I typically like to get pretty intense. Last year it was 2 14ers in Colorado. And year before that, same thing. So I usually like to do something really cool. It always has to end in a vista that just is something of a bucket list. So I figure I've only got a couple good years left, and might as well make each one count. Because we tend to get too busy with work, and then you postpone those great things that you should have done. And then you get old and sick and you can't go anywhere. So those of you who say that you have bad knees or you can't hike long distance, can't jog, just come out. So I'm going to be holding on April 21st to the 25th an excursion to Bryce Canyon. That's in Utah. It's not that hard. It's actually a valley, and most of the hotels there are right outside the park. So all you have to do is get up, leave your hotel or your room, and just walk a couple feet from the parking lot and you're at the park. And you can see the valley, especially in the morning. Theoretically, now I don't know if this is true, I've only read about it, it's supposed to be beautiful, almost like a moonscape, otherworldly, especially when there's a little bit of snow and then there's a sunrise as it hits the different formations. So it's a valley, but then it's surrounded with stone structures that are man-made, mostly from erosion. But it's really cool. I thought it would be easier to just take a family group out. Now, if you have a family, I think it's worth it because there's no altitude. It's kind of flat, maybe some undulating hills. We'll have a morning ritual to meet up after breakfast, head out just as the sun is coming up, and then hopefully evening routine to finish off. And that'll be it, 21st to 25th. Yeah, one of the problems is you do have to book flight. They just dropped. So those of you who are holding out, you might want to get direct flights, non-stops. Not too bad. It was stuck at $400, but I just got a deal. I think I'm taking American over and I'm taking United back. It's 200 something. So pretty good. And I'll start posting the training schedule. The first big training schedule, or hike, walk if you want to call it that, will be the last week of January. Now it depends on the weather. Hopefully it's not too bad, but every month we'll be meeting at a designated forest preserve and doing some miles together. And then as we get closer to nicer weather, we can shed some of the jackets and just put backpacks on. Again, this is not a training thing. I mean, it's not going to be a big excursion where you're going to be challenged physically. It's just going to be a vista. Every day, if we can end up at a different trail that is a bucket lister, that would be awesome. And if we could show our kids, that'd be awesome too. So I'll be posting the training schedule. I'll put down my flight. I have a couple people who are coming together, so if we can share a car, better off. You can either touch down in Salt Lake City, which is 4 hours away, or Las Vegas, which is 4 hours away. Unfortunately, that's the only problem. Bryce Canyon is deep in wilderness, so you have to travel 4 hours from the nearest airport. But it'll go by fast. Hopefully it's good weather. If anything, all we want to do is just start the training process. Everybody's been off for a while, and COVID has given everybody that I know at least 5 to 10 pounds. It's a challenge, but that in addition to what we gained in 2020 and the anxiety of being home and not having the same income as before or losing a job completely, there's a lot of mood disorder that's coming or that has started. And that, in addition to unhealthy habits that we have adopted, this is a social experiment that I feel really bad for our kids, our adolescents and our college kids, because more so than the education, I think there's a lot of great value in the experiential part of going to school. And these guys going from 7th to 8th grade to freshman year or senior high school to college, they didn't get to experience that. Those milestones at that age are very important for shaping the dynamics and the personality of those people in the future, and those could be our future leaders. Hopefully we'll get over this thing. I have a feeling that Omicron is going to cause that immunity that we need from a large population. The only problem is my COVID clinic is busy, and I think that's what COVID people need, or the infected need, because there's a lot of hysteria almost. And I think that if we can take care of individual symptoms with repurposed medicines, make life a little better, get through the 5 days of this Omicold. That's the new nickname, is Omicold, not Omicron, because it has just essentially turned into a cold. It's a 5-day cold, which is not so cool, but better than death. Be careful, there's still Delta around, but if we spread this thing enough, almost like chickenpox parties back in the 70s and 60s, if we spread this thing enough, then people will really spread Omicron. But if you look at the rest of the world, many countries don't even have the affordability to vaccinate. So I think the United States has to step it up and take care of those other countries. Yeah, there's money involved, but we're losing it now. So having everybody in the United States get triple boosted when the rest of the world is lacking, I think we have to take a look and come to the aid of others. And that way we'll stop this pandemic and make it become an endemic, a chronic disease. I mean, there's already 4. This will be the 5th, hopefully. Now, if there's another variant or some other problem, we'll see. But that is the problem with, in South Africa, they went through this already. And South Africa has a very poor immunization rate because of it's not available. And they made it through. So hopefully we can do the same, but our population's a bit different. I think we have more obesity and a lot more unhealthy individuals. I'm hoping that it'll present the same way, and it'll be calmed down in about 2 weeks. So those of you who do have some risks or haven't been vaccinated, stay put, stay indoors, mask up. I'm outside so I don't have to, but it is freezing. My fingers are cold. I'm surprised this thing isn't freezing, my rig. But thanks for watching up from this point in time. If you need a little bit of inspiration to start repacing yourself, and pacing is when you get the components of sleep and wake rock solid back to normal. Now it's hard now, it's I think 5 o'clock and it's already dark. So the eyes think I'm going to sleep when I still have 3 or 4 more hours of work to do, including editing this video. That's pacing. If you're off, like most of us are, then start to reset your pace, reset your sleep-wake cycle, use your meals to reinforce that, and change around the exposure of your eyes. So those of you who read or watch late at night, the screen has to be blue-free, or you have to wear blue blockers. I don't like blue blockers during the day because the eyes need to see that blue to stimulate turning off melatonin. But at night, when it's about to go to sleep, you want to turn on melatonin, and you can't do that if you're looking at a screen with blue in it. So try f.lux. That'll be software that will turn every computer screen that you have into a blueless field. It helps a little bit. Or blue blockers at night. So I'm signing off because my fingers are frozen. Hopefully you'll join me once a month. We'll have long hikes. I'm going to be doing the Shamrock Shuffle in March. I'm just walking 2 miles. If you want to come and walk with me, I think it's like $39 to keep me engaged. And that also helps me maintain my own pacing. Is I need goals. I need the Shamrock Shuffle. I need the thing in Bryce Canyon to keep me looking forward. And you guys too. Don't just set the goal of I want to lose 100 pounds in 12 months. That's too obtuse. And there's other things that get in the way really fast when you have goals too far stretched. Chunk it down into small, tangible, easy to hit goals, and hopefully you'll be able to daisy chain all of them to your success. If you don't know how to do that, come see me at my Warrior Clinic, New Patient Consult, Herbal 411. Check out, I have several different clinics that I run, but all of them are for you to avail of and to just make you a healthier person and hopefully dive into longevity without any diseases or symptoms. Got to see our great-great-grandkids and tell them about what happened in 2020 with COVID. Dr. Rick signing off. Thanks for watching up to this point. If you think that you are going to be a hiker or want to see a cool vista, sign up. Even if you don't go, you can always train with us. And you can go with me in August to my big one. I'm not going to announce that yet. And share this with other people who you think need to restart their life. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next video. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Talk to you later.